Hello, hello, everyone. Come on in. I'm not talking about my coaching institute. I'm talking about Radical Awakening, back to finishing my book club series. It's session 47. Book club number 47 begins now in a few minutes. Come on in. We're talking about Radical Awakening. This is my dog-eared cover. Come on in. So over 15,000 people have watched my relationship webinar and learned about our common mistakes, right? So many of you have attended my webinar and learned from it, and I've received so much feedback. And my conscious coaching cohort closed its doors last night. A new cohort is in motion, and I'm so excited. We have so many applications. We're going through the applications. We're organizing, and another cohort begins next month, and I'm so excited. So many exciting things have been happening. The relationship webinars, where over 15,000 of you accessed new information. So many hundreds have applied for my coaching institute. We're sifting through and going through the applications. And it's so exciting for me because a new wave of evolved people are about to be birthed, right? So I'm now tying it all together to my book, A Radical Awakening. So how is it all tied together, right? It's about asking yourself, my empty nest as well. Thank you, Lazitika. Yes, my daughter was just dropped off at college. And oh my God, I didn't even mention it. Yes. So that too. And so it's all connected. And what is the foundational thread? The foundational thread is the focus of whether you are a seeker or not. So, for example, as I drop my daughter, right, and transition into this new era, right, the shocking era of not being a 24/7 parent, I ask myself, how can I grow? How is this for my evolution? What do I need to let go of here? How is my ego being triggered here? Where do I need to grow? And that is the fundamental thread of it all, right? Including this book, is are you a seeker or not? This book is not for people who are not seekers, right? This book will piss people off and they will want to hit my head with it because it is only going to be embraced by people who seek. So then I was thinking to myself, what makes these people sign up for my coaching institute, given that money is not an issue, because I respect that for many people, they want it, but they cannot because money is an issue, and I respect that. But given that money is not, what makes some people go for these things like my coaching institute, and what things don't, what people don't? And the fundamental difference between people who attend my coaching institute, money aside, and people who don't, is this fundamental question: are they a seeker or not? And if you frame your whole life as that fundamental question, to seek, to evolve, to elevate, to grow, it is not about your child or your partner or what is happening. Like, for example, when I dropped my daughter and the other mothers were there, a lot of the conversation was around how they feel or how we feel and how we're going to deal with our new children. But that is not the question. The question is not how we feel about missing our children. Because if we focus on that, we're focused on the relationship and therefore the other person. The only question is, how is this going to be in service of my evolution? It's not about our children. It's not about the partner. Now, it's really hard to believe this because it's so beguiling, right? It's so seductive that it's about this enmeshed dynamic. when you get triggered in sadness or happiness, you cannot be told in that moment, it is not the other person. You will not believe it, right? So if you are a mother dropping your kid at college and you're crying, and I come to you and I say, it's not you, it's not the other person, it's not your child, it's not you missing your child. This is something that you have to work on within yourself. You will be really upset with me, so I won't do it. I will acknowledge your sadness, I'll honor you, I'll da-da-da. But then after 1 week or 2 weeks, I'm going to say, okay, this is not about your child. This is not about your feelings about missing your child. In this moment, this is something deeper that is coming up. Yes? So Janet asked, what does it take for us to know it is us and not the other? Only one thing, Janet. And you know this. The only way to know that it's you and not the other is because you're having the bloody reaction. If you are having the reaction and the other is not having the reaction, for sure it's you. If you're having the reaction and the other's having a reaction, it's both of you in ego. Right? It is you, correct? So this is how you have to differentiate. Does that make sense, Janet? Ask me more questions. And I may call you on for a live if your hair is combed and you're not in an underwear. But people always ask me, how do you know, right? I did a set of swipes recently. How do you know the other is in ego or you're in ego? So Janet says, yes, when I react, then yes, it is me and not the other. Have to watch the ego. Ugh, yes. So here's the thing. If you're having a reaction which is not oneness-based, which is not joy-based, okay, which is like lack-based, fear-based, distrust-based, feeling threatened-based, it is not the other. It is you. Now, this does not include physical violence. Okay? I say this in my book. If you are being physically raped, abused, assaulted, it is not you, it is the other. Do you understand? So, if it is physical victimization, obviously it's not you, it's the other who is perpetrating and assaulting you because of a power differential. Correct? I was molested all my childhood in India. It wasn't me. It was these perverted, sick men who were sexually dysfunctional. I knew as a child it was not me. I remember thinking as a 7-year-old little Indian girl, what an asshole. I used the word in my head when this man was molesting me and I ran away from him and I was like, what an asshole. I knew it wasn't me. Now I knew it wasn't me because I had enough self-esteem thanks to my parents. However, many children don't have that. So when they are physically assaulted, they think it's them. So that's another issue, okay? However, in your life right now, if you are being physically assaulted, physically enslaved, physically subjugated, please do not 1 second make some stupid excuse that it's you. Okay? So this goes for all women who are being abused. And let me tell you, in relationships where I have been physically abused or physically manhandled or whatever, oh, I'm a master at making excuses. We women make excuses all the time. Okay, so physical abuse is different. Emotional, though, emotional is you. Now, that doesn't mean if somebody calls you a fucking cunt, it's you if you get upset. But it's you if you stay. Correct? It's you if you have a reaction. Now, if the other person is not emotionally abusing you and they're just talking, but you don't like their talking, it is most likely you. However, you don't have to stay. However, you cannot blame them. You have to own it's you. So it's always you at some level because you have to be the one that takes action. Correct? You have to be the one that takes action. But let's not. So for example, if somebody's physically abusing you, say, I am being a victim of physical abuse and change the situation. Number 2, if somebody is emotionally abusing you clearly, like you fat, freaking, la, 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 right? And using 4-letter words, that is clear. It is still you because you have to take action to leave. But then you leave. Number 3, they are not obviously emotionally or physically abusing you, but you take it as physically or emotional abuse. Okay, it's still on you. You leave. But in that last situation, you have to say, with objectivity, I don't know whether it's clear abuse or not, but I don't like it, so I'm going to leave. But you can't blame the other person. Like, for example, people call my book abusive, right? People say my book is abusive. They call me a devil whisperer, serpent whisperer. Okay, hello. Now, they think I'm abusive, okay? So we know that's ridiculous, okay? But to them, I'm abusive. So they need to not read my book. But they cannot pretend like I have abused them. You understand? So it's knowing what is clearly objective reality and calling it what it is, but it's still on you to leave. And then there is the non-objective reality, which is subjective reality, like reactions to my book. My book is not abusive, but people can take it as abusive, but they cannot call me an abuser. They need to say they're triggered because they are feeling attacked. However, they are open to the possibility that Dr. Shefali is not an abuser or an attacker. That is honest owning of the situation. But people don't do that, you see. So then they'll call me straight out attacker, abuser, bitch, whatever, serpent whisperer, vision of narcissism. But that's an opinion, right? So there's a difference between fact and opinion. So when it comes to opinion and it's not so clear, we can still say, I don't like it. And we can still create a boundary and move away. But we cannot act as if it's real and ask people to support us as if it's real, or call the other person a name as if it's real. You understand? So there are different layers, and we have to be very clear about what is what. What is what. So I've seen women go 2 ways. One way is they're being clearly abused, and they're like, no, this is not abuse. And you're like, this is abuse. And then I've seen women go the other way, where they're like, this is abuse. And I'm like, this is not abuse. This is you. So we have to know where we are. And you have to understand, regardless, at the end of the day, it all comes back to you and how you choose to heal and evolve. Regardless, there is healing and evolution for you. You know, I was, quote unquote, cheated by my last employee in many ways. And even though objectively I was the victim, I still had to learn from it. I still had to ask, where did I miss things? What can I learn from this? How can I evolve? Right? So it's easy to blame the other and shut the door. But the real work is saying, okay, where did I misstep? Where did I overreact? Where did I go too far? Where did I push it? Where did I do this that was not... We have to ask the tough questions. So in the new age world of boundaries, and I'm creating a boundary, or, you know, somebody created a boundary with me last year. It was not a boundary. They were just running away from owning responsibility. You know, so in our modern day, you know, oh, I'm creating a boundary. But no, you're not creating a boundary. You're shutting down dialogue. You're shutting down growth. You're shutting down evolution. So, but all this is difficult. It's difficult for people. You know, that's why going to a coach is very important, because you need somebody from the outside who's a truth teller to tell you clearly that, hey, this is not real. This is real. This is da. You know, we lose objectivity because we get triggered. Somebody says they would like to live with me for just a couple of months. You think you'd like to live with me? What do you think will happen when we live together? Good Indian food, at least. That I can guarantee you. Okay, so it's really hard because we don't know ourselves. And that's why for women especially, I wrote this book. It's not the ultimate guide for every woman, but it gives you a blueprint to see your inner child and to understand your triggers, right? And then if you have a pain body from the past, you are screwed in this world. You understand? Because if you have a childhood pain body, you're going to keep seeing that even in benign situations. You're going to keep seeing that even in benign situations. And that's when it becomes hard, you know? And that's why parenting is so important, because we give our children as little a pain body as we can, right? It's difficult when we come with trauma. The trauma blinds us and we lose our objectivity to go, okay, this, I need to take this kind of action. This, I need to pause. This, I need to lean in. This, I need to forgive, you know, and be soft. This, I need to be hard. Oh, sorry, she wasn't asking to live with me. She wanted to go live on Instagram. See how presumptuous I am? I'm like, oh, why wouldn't you want to come live with me? Just teasing you. What do you want to get out of the live, Hina? Tell me. So, right. Yes, it's difficult. Someone says, I try to see what it shows. What should I learn about myself? It is not about just what's happening right now. If we are triggered, if we want the trigger to actually dissipate in the future and go away, then we need to understand what it's saying about us on a deeper level. On a deeper level. And that's where you do the work and you invite the trigger and you go, great, I've been triggered. I've been triggered here for me to learn something. And until we go back to neutral, this is going to keep being a trigger, right? This is going to keep being a trigger. And I can tell you, for women in their 40s and 50s, we are going to face the consequences of a lot of the work that we haven't done. I'm seeing that in my life, right? Shit. All the peacemaking I did for 25 years is now making me have to face conflict and face the truth or face difficult situations when my instinct is to just make peace. But I know now, for all the years I avoided conflict, this is now my time to face it. So whatever you did all these years to avoid authenticity, to avoid truth, you will be faced with right now. It will come to a head. And you have to look at it like that. Don't look at it in the moment, in the form-based reality of it. Look at it in terms of your soul's evolution. That this is my growth. This is what I have to evolve and lean into. And it's easy to get scared. It's easy to shut down. It's easy to block, to put a wall, to stop talking. That's the easy part. The difficult part is to stay in the learning. It's not easy. None of this work is easy, yes? But, you know, as people were signing up for my coaching institute, like hundreds of people, I was asking, you know, to myself, what makes these people lean into this work? Money aside, money being equal, and what makes people not? And the answer is this. Are they seekers or not? Are they seekers or not? Right? So, Hina wants to tell how you've helped her, how I've helped her and her children heal. Okay, I'll call you in the last few minutes and I'll give you a few minutes at the end. So remember that if you frame your life around the question of growth, if you frame your life around seeking, then yes, it doesn't take away the difficulty of the situation, but it allows you to pause and go back and have room to say, is there any part of this that's me? How can I learn? You know, even in situations where I know I have literally done nothing, I also know I got to ask these questions because I was part of the dynamic. I have to ask, what part of this is good for me? What part of this is going to allow me to grow? But we cannot bullshit here, guys. Because I'm telling you, besides physical enslavement, every emotional reaction involves you, a trigger in a pain body in you. And that's hard to see, right? And until we can be in neutral, we are triggering a pain body, right? So in my situations where I've been betrayed and I have emotion around it, I know I still have work to do. When I come to neutral, I'm like, okay, I don't think this is my job anymore. I don't have work anymore, where I feel nothing. No rise in energy. But as long as we feel a rise in our own energy, where we're not safe anymore, when we're feeling threatened, when we've entered lack and scarcity, means it's an old pain body. That's it. And it's an opportunity, a beautiful opportunity to grow, right? But when you can be in neutral, even though someone is quote unquote triggering you, or someone is right in your face, and you can achieve neutrality, that is liberation, right? And that's what you got to go for, where you can play. Where you can play and you can laugh and you go, bloody bullshitter, bloody bitch, bloody, but you're laughing, you know? So when I could reach my equanimity with people who've betrayed me, you know, the only thing that I still can't get over when people betray me is just like fascination. Like, what? People are like this? But I'm fascinated. When I get to fascination, I know I'm not triggered anymore. Now I'm just like, I'm in the play of the human phenomenon. And I go, what is this phenomenon called the human mind that allows people to do this? Now I'm in the learning, you know, but I can't take away my aghast shock, okay, and my fascination at how people can be. That I can't take away. But that's different from anger and retaliation and, you know, getting perturbed, right? As long as I'm perturbed, I know it's me. I gotta work on me, because when you're perturbed, you're getting caught in form. And I talk about this in all my courses. You're getting caught in the superficial present moment reality, and you're not understanding that you're hooked. Your ego is hooked. You've entered fear. You've entered scarcity. You've stopped being the formless essence that you are. So I encourage all of you, if you are, take my course, The Awakened Heart. The next time it's on a discount. You can wait till December when it's on a discount. I'm not selling it right now to you. I'm just saying, once you learn that whenever we get triggered, it is because you've gotten caught in the form of your ego, and you're attached. Like, oh, they called me an Indian, you know, they called me a serpent whisperer or whatever. Then I know I'm screwed. My ego is attached because my identity is attached. That means I've forgotten who I really am. And who I really am is formlessness. And when I'm in formless essence, I can play and let people talk about whatever they want to talk about. Now, I don't have to stay around, but I also don't have to get all upset. I can play, I can laugh, you know. So whenever you shrink, it means your ego is getting attached. You see? So when people get more and more attached, call me gay, call me Indian, call me black, call me white, call me Asian, call me he, she, they, them. No offense, but I'm just teaching a lesson. When we get very attached and narrow down our identification, we are causing suffering. When we expand and go, call me anything you want because you don't have power over my essence, now you're entering liberation. You know, but I understand that people feel the need to have a label because they felt so persecuted all their lives. But the real truth is to get out of essence, you know. So recently I was with these moms, you know, and lots of people dropping my kid off, and they're like, oh, you're Indian. I'm like, okay, whatever that means. Yes, I'm Indian. Oh, you speak such good English. I do speak good English. Oh, did you grow up speaking English? Like, so many questions about my English. So at some point my ego was getting triggered, and I was like, let me tell you what good English I speak, right? I wanted to protect but because I've lived in this country and dealt with such stupid questions, such as, oh, do you have tigers on the road? Oh, you know, wow, you know how to read and write in English, and wow, you seem so educated, and wow, did you live in a house? Because I get such ignorant questions. By now I'm a little bit trained, but I can still see my ego ready to get caught because I want to show people, no, I'm an educated Indian. Okay, I don't know what Indian you're talking about, but I'm educated. So I watch my ego biting back and wanting to bite. And when I do that, or when you do that, it is because you're attached to your identity that you think is being attacked, but it's not. It's not. Because in essence, only your attachment is being attacked, not you. Because who you are can never be attacked. said the Buddha. Okay, so let us call this Hina. Hina, how to find you? I've forgotten your name. So what's your handle? Okay, let's finish off with a plug for my book. Why not? I don't know how to call you though. I don't know. Come back, Hina. Where is she? I don't know where she is. Let's find her. Hina something counseling. Nope, I don't find you. So can you... Sorry, guys. Oh, there she is. Okay, hold on. Oh, God. I don't find you here. Keep requesting me, Hina. Give me a second, guys. This always takes a moment. I don't know why. Okay, found her, found her, found her. Found her. Only my attachment can be attached, Joseph. Yes. Only the attachment can be attached. And only your own attack to yourself can be attacked. How's that, Joseph? Only your own attack to your own self. Because when you're in ego, you're attacking your own self because you forget how amazing you are and that no one can attack you. Okay, Hina, I did call you. I called you. I called you. So let's listen to Hina talk about how a radical awakening changed her relationship. And let's see if she's coming. So oh, I requested you too, Hina. Hold on. Can you do it again? Go back out and come back, Hina. You guys. She said 1 second.
Hi, Dr. Shefali.
Hi, Hina. Hi. Hi.
This is little Atlas, my son.
Hi. Okay, so where are you? Where are we calling you from? Where are you right now?
Glendale, Arizona.
Okay, so you read A Radical Awakening.
Yes.
And what was good about it for you? What transformed you?
Number one, you have helped me so much with letting go of anxiety. I used to be nervous wherever I went, and speaking up. I didn't really know how to use my voice, and I had such a strong inner voice, but I was just afraid to speak out in public, and you've helped me so much with that. Thank you. And I walk with my head high wherever I go, and I have such a confidence because I validate my own self. I no longer look for validation and acceptance and praise from others. And if I do, if I catch myself in that moment, I'm able to take it within myself and
Well,
say,
look at you. You've come live.
I just got in the shower, Shefali. I haven't done anything with myself, but I said, hey, I love her transparency. She's inspired me to do the same.
I'm so proud of you.
Okay,
what else? What else?
I'm able to help my children. I'm able to pause in the moment and to really let go of ego. I've learned when just learning from when I am coming from an egoic place, I'm able to shut it down and say, this is stopping me from connecting with myself and with others. And I'm able to connect with my children more and to help them release anger and sadness. Sorry, my phone. Because I have 4 boys from the ages of 13 to 2. 3 of them are adopted. So I've helped them get through so much, Dr. Shefali. I'm so nervous talking. I don't know why. It's like anxiety, but I'm shaking. But
so hold on. So you adopted 3 children?
Yes, 2 of them are my son's brothers, biological brothers. The other one is my best friend's son from high school. Yes, and because of drug substance issues, and I've been able to take care of them, and I feel extremely blessed because you have had such a a huge part in our life, Shefali.
I'm so happy you're here and telling us. I mean, like somebody just asked me the other day, like, you don't even know how you're helping people. And I was like, yeah, how do I know? But seeing you live and seeing your baby and that you're adopting and you came so bravely, that means a lot to me.
It does. I just wanted you to know how thankful I am for you. Every time my Instagram says Dr. Shefali's on, I have to watch you. I wanted to tell you something else. After reading your book and breaking free from the matrix, I quit my job, my 9-to-5 job. I was working doing collections on the phone, and I was getting paid really good money, but I just didn't find any joy or purpose in it. And you are really helping me find my purpose, which is with children, with helping awaken other women, helping my best friends release their suffering. And I'm like my own therapist, and I'm helping them. You know, every day I'm just growing and learning more. And I have to show you what I've done to the book. I just outline and highlight everything and write what really resonates.
Well, what I want you to do is send me your email, office@drshefali.com, and I'm going to send you one of my courses for free as a gift back to you, and I'm so proud of you.
Okay, whatever one you think will work best for me. Thank you so much, Dr.
Have you ever taken any of my courses?
I wanted to, but since I'm now entrepreneuring, I'm doing a few things. I haven't had the money, so I'm
okay. I'm gonna give you my course, The Year of Manifestation, so you can manifest your deepest purpose. Okay.
Thank you.
Maybe you'll become a coach in my institute.
I want to become a coach so bad. I want to become a conscious parenting coach, and with that course you're giving me, that's my plan. That's my goal.
Okay, I'm very happy we met. So we get focused and get aligned, and maybe next year you'll be a coach and you'll come and tell your story. Okay.
Now with the manifesting part, I really want to do the also the eating healthy part, because I want to get my mind and my body right, because I know number one.
I'm so proud of you. Thank you, Hina.
Love you. Thank you. Bye.
So email office@drshefali.com. We'll send you some gifts.
Okay.
Wasn't that amazing? I wanted to like grab the boy and take him away. So cute. So look, see what I mean? A mom just somewhere in Arizona, she's a seeker. You know, she's a seeker. It's nothing to do with money. It has nothing to do with money. And in fact, the people who have the most money don't seek. So how to create this in people, right? You can't create it. You know, people either have a burning desire to do this work or they don't. So she made my day. I hope we answered some questions around how to know you're an ego. And I will be back tomorrow for my next book club. And think about it. If you guys want to become your own best coach, my next cohort is in February. So think about it. Do you want to live a life of growth and service and really learn how to do this work? Then join my institute. You know, now that the doors are closed, I can say this, like, it's a serious method for a serious transformation. And the next cohort is all the way in February. So you can save, you can talk to us, you can apply, you can do the prerequisite and get yourself in line so that you have a transformational, evolved year in 2022. So thank you, guys. If you are a seeker, then you have to go deep and do the work. Thank you all for being a great audience today. Bye, guys.